Check out my athlete's foot. I smoked a lot of weed.
Like, oh my god, I can't believe you don't like me.
Wait for the camera.
I hate it here. Hi, snitches.
This is the first episode, kind of an episode. We're going to talk a little bit about green flags. No, red flags, right? Red flags. We're going to talk about red flags.
Red flags.
Yeah. So
okay. Pero ya va. These are red flags for people that we would date. I don't really care if you're just like this and it's just another person that's just like a friend of mine or whatever.
These are personal preferences for, let's say we're dating. These are the red flags that we might see and be like, no go.
It's not gonna work out, buddy.
Yeah, so
it's not gonna work out.
These are just a couple red flags. We're gonna do a couple each, and then yeah. So I want you to go first though, because I feel like yours are gonna be pretty interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And these are relevant because. Yeah, I mean, you want to tell them? Like they're relevant?
No, we don't have to get it. We've been going through, a little bit of the dating process in a sense. So it's like we've been looking for, and don't make so much noise over there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We've been looking at these kind of things or thinking about these red flags, and that's that's how it happens. You see something you don't like, or you notice things in a person that kind of bother you or make you feel a certain way, and
red flags are supposed to be like preferences, okay?
Yeah, personal preferences, so don't get offended, or do get offended. Let us know what you think. If you agree with them, what are your red flags, just let us know. We want to know. All right,
I'm ready.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you gonna start or am I gonna start?
I want you to start. Like I said, I think
and we don't know each other's red flags that we came up with, but we came up with 10. Let's see how many we are able to get through.
Yeah.
Okay, my first one is if they've got an anger/temper issue and they're not patient.
Okay, so patience, and like that would be something you would notice, like.
Can you understand why?
Because you're the one with the anger.
I'm the problem.
Yeah, you have the anger in this.
So this is kind of like a red flag based off of like my own red flag. Because I don't have the patience, the proper patience for. Like, I have patience in my profession, but outside of that, I just don't. Because it requires so much patience to treat patients. So, outside of that.
You need patience for patience.
Who can say when the roads meet that love might lead?
Yeah.
So, like, it's important to have that in mind, because if you are the one with the anger and they have the anger as well, then it's just not going to work.
There can't be two of us.
Yeah, I mean, that's why we work, because I'm as cool as a cucumber, and you're as annoying as a hot Cheeto. Angry.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, that's a good one. Kind of a lame one in my opinion.
Oh my god, it's not.
It's not spicy enough. No, just joking. So mine isn't either.
We have to build up to it. We have to build up to the intensity.
My first one's kind of ridiculous too, though. Mine's like, or not ridiculous. Mine's just pretty weird. Like it's like not standard. Normal. I don't even know, but it's something I've talked about before, and it's when people wear their hats over their ears.
Oh my god!
If I see someone with their hat over their ear, like they have their hat backwards, and it's like they tuck their ears in. I don't know. It just really bugs me because I feel like they look like a little Timmy or something.
I feel like I do that though.
I mean, a lot of girls do it. In fact, I was at work one time explaining how I didn't like that, and the girl was there, and she was just like, "Yeah, I do that." She's like, "Yeah, I do that," and my boyfriend does it. And I was like,
I mean, I do it with like a beanie.
No, that doesn't count. I'm talking about a regular hat.
Like a snapback,
a fitted,
like
whatever.
A cap.
Yeah, a cap, like a baseball cap.
Then I don't do that.
Yeah, and I've heard people do it because they don't like the way their ears look. Like they feel like their ears pop out.
But I've seen dudes do that too.
Yeah, and it bothers the hell out of me. Or when they wear it really low, like they wear it like down here, and they're just like incognito mode or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just, that's something that like
I could see that
turns me off. Like they just look so goofy to me. So if you do that out there, you're a goofy.
I'm gonna start doing that now, just like for funsies.
All right, next one.
Are you done with yours?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do. Okay, my second one is. Well, this is like kind of like a generalized thing. If you have like low self-esteem or like low worth, or you're a people pleaser, does something to me.
Yeah.
But it's because, okay, also it kind of like goes back to like my red flag. That used to be a red flag of mine. So,
Like that you had.
that I had.
Yeah.
So I used to be like a hardcore people pleaser, and I just can't go back. I can't go backwards.
Yeah, I mean, I was kind of the same, so I can understand that.
Yeah, so it's just like, if I'm asking you something and then you're just telling me that you like it based off of like my opinion, it just irks me so much. Like, just say it with your chest.
Yeah, it's like you want someone to actually have the opinion, and you want to be confident that that opinion is actually their opinion.
Yeah.
That they're not just saying something.
Yeah,
to
you're
like,
not just saying that just to be like, I love it. And it's like, no, you don't. Stop
Yeah.
lying to me.
Yeah, because I mean, if you have low self-esteem, I mean, that's like, that's an issue you need to work through yourself and stuff, and it sucks. But it also is like, it's just something that like confidence attracts people. So if you're confident,
confidence is definitely,
and not overconfident, not like arrogant,
not
but if
cocky, but
but if you're confident,
just the right amount to just a little in there.
yeah, just a little sprinkle of like, asshole. But yeah, I mean, that makes sense, because at first I was like, oh, that's kind of messed up, because not everybody has not everybody has good self-esteem.
Yeah,
but
like
it's true though. It's like, it's a preference of yours, like, because it's not gonna work if they don't have self-esteem, or if they're not like confident with their answers and they're just people pleasing. It's just not gonna work.
Like, hear me out, okay? If you have low self-esteem and you're working towards like, being more confident, at least that's something. But there's some people who are just like in that vicious cycle loop of like people pleasing, and they just, I don't know, they kind of fall into like, I don't want to say like a victim mindset, but kind of.
Yeah, I could see that a little bit.
Yeah. So
I see what you're saying.
I don't know, because I'm always like trying to level up, especially like psychologically and just internally. So
yeah, it's like you're always working on yourself. I'm always trying to improve myself as well. So yeah. And
so I wouldn't be able to like date someone who's like a hardcore people pleaser. Like a little bit here and there, and that's fine. Like whatever. Tell a white lie here and there. Yeah. Just to like, keep the peace. Okay, I understand that. But if you're like constantly people pleasing, it's like one of my biggest turn-offs.
Yeah. All right, that's fair. What's
your second one?
My next one is not asking questions back in a conversation. Like there's not a back and forth. It's more of just me asking all the questions, like on like a first date or like the first text. Yeah. Or whatever, however you're talking at first, and they just like they answer your question and then that's it. So you're like you feel like you're like giving them a survey or like a test. You're just like, so like, where are you from? And they're like, oh, I'm from blah blah blah, and you're like waiting for them. Okay, well, how long have you lived there? And like it just becomes this whole process of where like I just feel like they don't care about anyone else but themselves. And
especially on like the dating apps.
Yeah, you're on an app and you're trying to get to know a person. It's already a little awkward. You're trying to like just ask them some like small talk questions at first, just to kind of like get a feel for are they local? Do they know the place?
Like it's already difficult because it's online. Like you're gonna make it even more difficult for me to like freaking find out about you. Like I ain't got time. I already don't have time.
Yeah, and it makes me feel like I shouldn't be like it makes me feel like I don't know what's gonna happen when we actually meet. Like I'm like, are they just gonna be boring as hell, or are they gonna like actually interact with me and engage?
It's like a big unknown. And then it's like, okay, is it even worth it, me going on this date? Most likely for me, it's gonna be a hell no.
Yeah, no, because it sucks. It makes me like, that's what makes me nervous when I don't know how it's going to be. But if we have a good back and forth and it's like they seem engaging and they seem like they care, about like to find out about me as well, that's like, oh, it's going to be a good day. It's going to be some good conversation. If I agree. It's just going to be.
That's a big one. Yeah. That's a big one, I think. Okay, my third red flag is hygiene. I think that just says it all. Yeah. I think.
Mostly like smells, like that you want someone to smell good and like be like groomed. Yeah.
It's just like, I don't know. I'm just coming up with like some stories in my mind.
Go ahead. Don't embarrass anybody, but tell us a little story. Story time.
Story. Man, there was this one dude that I was dating, and like he straight up like we were about to eat dinner, and then he was like, he took off his boot and he's like showing me between like his toes, and like there was like some type of growth, and I'm like, dude,
why would that be?
And he's like, oh man, like it's acting up again. And I'm like,
damn.
and this was before I was even in the medical profession. So like you can only imagine how shocked I was, because nowadays like I'll see things and I'm like, oh okay, like whatever, because it comes with the profession. But before that, like I was like,
that's a
really
weird
young.
thing. Yeah, and that's a weird thing to be doing before like dinner. Like,
and it was
we're
like
gonna
Thanksgiving dinner. It wasn't even like,
the fuck?
yeah, it wasn't even like a regular dinner.
It was like straight up like a nice dinner should be a nice, and he's
Exactly,
just like,
and he just
check out
like,
my athlete's foot. It's acting up right now.
I don't even know what it was, but it looks so gnarly that I don't even know if it was just like a plain athlete's
psychedelic fungal growth. He's like, dude, you want some? Yeah, that's crazy. That's disgusting. I think that's a big red flag if they don't understand, like we always say, like, read the room, bro.
Read the room, dude. It's Thanksgiving and you're, you're pulling out your foot fungus.
See, it's good to get an anecdote about it, because it's like, sure, we can all smell. There's been times where I'm like, oh, I forgot to put deodorant on, and like, I ate some crazy stuff today and I smell or whatever, but it's like, I know it. Like, I'm self-aware about it. No, so it's like, I will know not to like be like reaching all over people and hugging them, because I'm like, oh, I smell right now. And
so just like general hygiene, I think it's like a big one, especially because I'm in the medical field and I do see some really, contagious things. Yeah. So I'm always constantly washing my hands, and it's just a big one for me. I think hygiene, or people who don't wash their hands after like going number 2.
Yeah, just don't wash their hands when they do like certain things, like,
or like right before you're eating, like basic things, just simple basic hygiene that would just make things so much easier. Yeah. And it's like, okay, if you don't wash your hands before you eat, like whatever you're putting in your mouth, I don't want to kiss you. Like, I don't care if you're just someone else, like, okay, whatever, it's a little frowned upon, but someone who I'm gonna date, like, I don't want to kiss you at that point.
Yeah.
So
makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense. I'm gonna go a little out of order. Because just to lighten the mood a little bit. And another thing I hate, or it's like a big red flag for me, and it's gonna sound funny, but I've had so many people that really, I don't know, if they like to eat crab legs.
What?
It bothers me so much.
Is it because of the slurping?
I don't even know. I mean, I kind of like the taste of crab, but you'll never see me ordering crab legs somewhere, because it's just like so much work, and you're like, you just like gotta crack them open, and you gotta sit there and you're like slurping. It's just a messy thing, and for some reason it's always been such like a big like turn off when like I've gone out to eat with somebody. And like,
what?
I said I was gonna lighten the mood, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I have more serious ones, but I was looking at it and I was like, you know what, this needs to be addressed. And I think for me it's like, I don't like those kind of foods. Like,
I'm gonna take you out on a date
and just eat crab legs, just straight up get like a whole platter.
See if I could like really turn you off. I don't think we've never eaten crab legs together.
No, hell no. Yeah, I'll never order them. I'll never go out and be like, ooh, let me get the crab legs, and then sit there and be cracking them open for like a little bit of meat. It's just like,
I'm about to start doing
it seems so pointless to me. Like, I'm like, I
think I've only had crab legs,
and then
like,
dip it in butter, and then like, let me just dip it in butter.
That's really good though.
I mean, it tastes good, but I'll do it at home. Like, if I'm gonna do that, I don't know. There's something about it, and like I've never gone out. Like I said,
he's a private person when he's doing his crab legs.
I like don't wanna. I don't know what it is, but I've always had that issue. It's the ick. It's the ick. Like if it's like a first date, or like within the first 3 dates, and you're gonna order crab legs and be sitting there like elbows on the table, like cracking them open, fucking going at it, like.
Maybe I think that's like before you propose. I think I have to do that. At some point.
Yeah, sure, why not?
So then you can, like, for sure know.
Well, like I said, it's in the beginning. This is like mostly in the beginning, like these things that just
beginning stages
like kind of bother
dating.
me in the beginning. Yeah, I mean, after a while, it's like whatever. But it's like, I don't know. There's something about, in general, like I won't eat them. Like I'm not gonna sit there and do it. When I watch other people eat, I'm just like lobster is in between, because I'm like, it's a nicer food or whatever. It's like a luxury. Our little recorder stopped recording for some reason, but. Yeah, like going to Korean barbecue sucks, because I don't want to have to cook my stuff. I don't want to have to fucking do anything. I don't want to do anything in order to.
I was just discussing. I was like, oh, maybe that's his red flag, because he's just discussing like the whole process of like the crab legs is such a like strenuous thing that it's like, oh, why would I want to like go out and, you know, get a service and stuff like that? And
Yeah, because I'm
like,
paying for the service. I'm paying for someone to cook me something and the quality of their food, and then there's a possibility that I can.
It's like I'm working here now, so
Yeah.
like
I'm gonna
discount my wage off of this meal.
Yeah, literally, like I want a discount for those places. Those places should be cheaper.
Like you don't have cooks necessarily. You just have a bunch of people like
It's
food
a con.
prepping.
It's a con, really. They're just conning us into going there and really enjoying it and being like,
Listen,
look, we get
don't
to
come
throw-"
after me, come after him. He's the one that's saying that.
But if I don't know if it recorded me talking about hot pot, but hot pot was good because you just throw it in
Yeah.
there. It cooks fast. It was delicious.
like
soup.
hot pot.
It was delicious. So anyway, let's
I
let's
don't
move on.
mind cooking, so
Yeah, I don't mind cooking either, but
I don't mind places like that.
Yeah, I don't
I
mind.
mean, they're not my preference. They're not like
Yeah,
but
you
it-
didn't like the Korean barbecue when we went because it was
No.
like it was just a plate of really expensive meat, and it might have been high quality meat, but it didn't taste that
wasn't,
good.
though.
Yeah, it seemed
I
like
don't
fatty.
know.
Yeah,
Like I don't know if it was.
yeah, I
We
wasn't
paid a
into.
lot of fucking money. I mean, we paid a lot of money.
Yeah,
Okay.
next one.
Am I going?
Yeah, no, it's you.
Okay.
Mine was crab legs.
So my fourth red flag is if I'm gonna date someone and they don't believe in Chinese medicine. Oh, that's like
Okay, so to preface it, you've been
Okay,
studying
okay.
Chinese medicine and acupuncture
let me hook you up with like the little rundown. So I've been going to school for 13 years. This is my 5th degree. I'm currently like about to finish my doctorate degree in Chinese medicine. And I have to take 4 national boards. I'm 2 down, two more to go. And then on top of that, I have to do like a freaking capstone presentation with like a whole research thing and then like present it to a committee and then publish it. So for someone to be like, oh yeah, that's like BS, like I don't believe in it, like, dude, like we just can't work out.
You don't believe in it, but you also haven't done all the years of like studying and research that you have. So it's like,
Right.
So you're just gonna discount something
Yeah.
because you don't believe in it or something you heard. And you know what I mean? I hate that. I could see why that would bother you.
It's like a license in like the States.
Yeah, like
like
if
it's a whole medical license.
Yeah, if you don't believe in aliens, okay, whatever. I'm not gonna hold it against you. You don't believe in stuff that I can't prove, you know, whatever. It's annoying to me.
Yeah.
But like, if I
But to
believe in something,
discredit something that I've like worked the
Yeah.
majority of my like, you know, adult life on.
yeah,
It's it's not gonna work out. Sorry, sweetheart.
makes
So,
sense. Makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah, you know, what are you gonna do? Those people can't be helped. You know.
Yeah, I mean, Rolby was like not I would say like you're slightly skeptical at first, like when we first started dating.
Yeah, I was pretty skeptical. I didn't really like. It's not that I didn't believe in it, but I was just kind of like, oh, that's too many rules. Like, there's too many rules
I
for
don't
me
like
to.
the rules, so I don't like it.
Yeah, there's too many rules for me to follow to like want to even try. Because I remember you would tell people things or you would like give advice to someone, and I would hear it and I'd be like.
Couldn't be me.
Couldn't be.
Couldn't be me.
That's literally what I was gonna say. Couldn't be me. Because I just don't. At the time, I didn't want to have to like do anything differently. I was like,
And
no.
look at you now.
Yeah. Well,
You've
it's helped.
fallen into the trap.
Yeah, I've listened to a lot of her advice on doing certain things, and it's helped a lot. Like, for one thing that I was explaining to someone today was like the wind, and that'll be a whole nother concept, like a whole nother video that we could talk about. But the wind hitting the back of your neck is really
It's a big
detrimental.
no-no in Chinese medicine.
Yeah, and at first I was
It's a long conversation, but yes.
yeah. And for example, though, for someone who doesn't know anything about it and didn't really believe in it, is like I would basically come home from going on a long bike ride and I would be sweaty and I would want to go straight to a fan and I'd want the wind like blowing right on me, especially
Like
cold
the
wind.
AC.
Yeah, which is like a
Hitting
huge
him.
no-no. Huge no-no. That's caca.
Big caca.
Yeah. So. And then, so I was like, no, that's ridiculous. Like I've always done it, and I've never had issues. And then,
Listen.
and then you told me,
You think it's BS until it happens to you multiple times, and then you're like,
yeah, and then you were like, well, it causes like neck issues, like it could like give you migraines and stuff. And then I kept thinking back,
You
and
get
I was
sick.
like,
You get
or you
sicky.
get sick, like a wind cold. And then I started thinking back, and I'm like, yeah, I had a lot of neck issues that year.
I had a lot of migraines. Huh?
Yeah, and like I would get.
And then that stopped after I
Yeah,
stopped
I would have like
doing
crazy migraines, and I felt like I was like, oh, I just
Yeah.
don't feel good today, and I would have to lay in bed for a day or something.
There's just like a lot of things that like just align, and then you can't really discredit them because it's like it's too much of a it's not even a coincidence. It's just like it's so perfectly like.
Yeah, for me it was like coincidence where I was like, wow, that's crazy, and then for you it's
and
like
then I'm over here like,
I told
yeah,
you so, bitch.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
Like I've been studying this for a while, so
that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. All right, let's go back. So one of mine that I was gonna say before, but I skipped it, was that when I meet someone, and again, this is for dating, and it's like when someone's like overly sexual right at first.
I don't like it.
Like if we're like talking on, like we're texting, and it instantly goes to like a sexual thing, and it's like overly sexual.
It's like, hold your horses, girl.
Yeah, it just kind of
What are
like.
you trying to do?
Well, it just throws me off because I'm like.
Buy me dinner first.
Yeah.
Especially me because I love food.
Yeah, pretty much. So I'm just kind of like, I don't know about that. Like, sure. I mean, I don't know. But I bet you a bunch of guys would be like, that's crazy. Like, if I ask my friends, they'd be like, that's ridiculous. But
yeah,
it's just like a big red flag for me because I'm like, oh, maybe
like,
they can't have.
Is that the only thing to you? Is just being sexual? Like, there's no substance. Like,
yeah, like I need to have like some intellectual.
Anyone can be sexual.
Intellectual conversation. I need to have like some sort of stimulation before that. Like I need to like actually like you before. So if you're just like instantly like going to that, like sure it could like get exciting or whatever, like it could be fun, but it's also like it scares me.
We're both sapiophiles, so we're definitely attracted to like intellect and things like that over like physical related things.
Yeah, for the most part, like that's part of it, but that's like second. Like I need to like be like, oh, this person's a cool person at least before I can even like
Como
think
que cierra tus piernas, mami, you know, like.
All right.
Then you know, let me like get to know your mind first.
All right, so what's your next one?
I really ran with that one. I was like, yep, not into that either. Okay. So this is gonna like. Just bear with me, okay? It's some people are gonna be so upset about this, especially my best friend. So another red flag when I'm dating someone is if their favorite food is sashimi.
Oh, raw fish.
Yeah.
Yeah, raw fish. So like, and again, this goes back to your schooling because of.
Okay, look, I took a lot of freaking courses, especially parasitology, and I just can't unsee it. Okay, so if I like explain it to someone and then they still choose to like eat it often, I don't know. It's just kind of like that gives me the ick. That's like one of the few things that I'm just like, you know, because that's like, I love food. That's probably one of the few things that I don't eat. Like, I just don't eat raw fish.
Yeah, no raw fish.
Or anything raw. Like, even raw meat and stuff.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I've had, like, beef tataki, I think it was called.
Tartar.
Beef tartar. There was something else, too, where it was, like, super thinly sliced, like,
Tartar.
high-grade beef. I don't know if that's tartar. I think they put...
Yo, let me look it up. I'm gonna look it up.
But yeah, there's one that's called like beef tataki, I believe. I could be wrong, but it was like
really?
thinly sliced, and I had a bit of it, and it tasted good, but it was like that weirded me out. Like to eat raw beef, I just don't know.
Beef tartare.
Yeah, you see how that's like beef tartare is like chunks of, you know what I mean? It's like
is it carpaccio? No,
it's tataki, I believe. T-A-T something.
Tataki?
Yeah, see how it's like thinly sliced? It's thinly sliced beef.
Oh, it's a Japanese.
Yeah, you get it at like...
It's lightly seared.
Oh, so they lightly sear it. So at least they do something to it, but it just looked raw. It straight up looks so raw.
I just don't... I'm sorry.
But yeah, you're really...
Like, it doesn't make me want to, like, make out with that person.
Yeah, you're...
Like, as a friend, sure. Whatever. I don't care. Especially if it's, like, your favorite food. I just... Like...
You're like, I question your existence.
No, but... yeah. No, it's just, I... Like, can you imagine, like, going to a restaurant with someone and, like, not being able to share your favorite food? Like, I would want you to have that experience. Mm-hmm. And it's just not going to be with me, so... Yep, that probably...
Yeah, so sushi and, like, raw fish is just something that...
Sushi's fine, because sushi's, like, a food type.
Well, some.
But I'm saying the sashimi is, like, the raw fish.
Rainbow rolls are, like, I think 3 different fish that are, like, cut up, and that's why...
Yeah, so, like, anything that's raw fish...
Yeah. So
I just don't
raw
do.
sushi. Raw sushi messes you up because like
Or like just anything
shrimp
raw.
tempura. That shit.
Yeah,
hits.
yeah. I love
Slap.
sushi. Don't get me wrong. I freaking yeah.
That shit slaps.
But-
All right. So my next one is super high maintenance. If I meet someone that's super high maintenance, and especially
That says a lot about me.
yeah, no, well, yeah, you're not very high
I'm
maintenance.
not really high maintenance.
Yeah, you're not.
I just like slapped on some freaking like a little bit of mascara that was dried up. Oh, see, let me show you. Let me show you. Let me show you how dry. How, mira, you can. Mira eso. Mira que it's dry. It's dry. You can see the dry bristles. Anyways.
Yeah. So you're not very high maintenance. That always bugs me. Like someone who like if you have expensive taste and you can afford to buy it, that's fine. But if it's like that is really meaningful to you, like you're just like you're high maintenance, you need like a long time to get ready, you really care about how you look at all times, and like you can't be seen if you don't have your makeup on. And then with that, for some reason, I didn't know if I should have this separate, but I guess I'll just put it on there. No, I'll keep it separate. What's your next one? I'll keep it separate.
So yeah,
Watch
high
to the end.
maintenance, high maintenance girls. I can understand that because like I have better things to do than. Okay, I understand like every once in a while you want to get ready and stuff.
Yeah, or like
That's
before we go
fine.
out, like I like
but
that.
if it's like an everyday thing that you have to like do a whole 2-hour process, like sorry, buddy, but like
It's just I just don't think it's gonna work.
it's just not gonna work out.
Because half the time I'm like I like you. I'm like
We're
I don't.
so
you don't
busy that it's like
yeah, and I'm like don't even worry about putting on makeup. Come on, let's just go real quick.
Yeah.
It's fine. And like I love
he
that
likes
you
the
don't.
natural look too.
Yeah, but I mean, if you want to wear makeup, it's fine. Like it doesn't bother me. It's not like I'm like, oh, I hate makeup. But it's just like you said, if it's like a really strict process that's really intense and you have to be doing it, and like
Like a religion.
yeah,
Like
I
a
don't know.
makeup religion.
And
or like
mostly-
a hair religion.
So that's something that like I'll see like her cousin. We were looking at. I was like pointing out girls when we went downtown with your cousin because he's from Venezuela. He's single, and I was like, oh, we should find you a girlfriend. You know, I was like, just like playing around with him, and then I would point at like I just feel like I would see a girl in like a certain type of dress with a certain type of hairstyle, and I would just be like, no,
Nah.
red flag. That's a red flag. I just feel like she's gonna be too uptight.
and listen, sometimes we're wrong. We could be totally wrong, and
Yeah.
we're just being like judgmental. But most likely,
I like a more casual person anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go after someone who's like seems like more down to earth and casual. So if you're high maintenance, you're probably on the edge of like possibly being a little stuck up. Not always, of course, but like that's just how I view it, And that's my experience. Like where I'm like I've seen
that's not a big one for me because I've seen some like. I don't know. I'm really impressed by makeup. So
yeah, no, that's what I mean. Like I like girls that have makeup, nice hair and stuff. Like it's not like I'm like turned
yeah,
off
but
by
it's
that.
when it's too much. You're saying
Yeah, or that's all they care about. Again, it's like
Yeah.
it just depends on like how much substance they have. Like if that is like the main part of their personality, like how they look and how they present themselves, and like
Yeah,
then it's
like
just-
like if you look nice, okay, sure. But if that's like what you obsess over, that's the whole point that we're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
My next red flag is if you don't like arepas.
When we first started
I
dating,
said what I said.
when we first started dating, I told you arepas were
Oh my
overrated.
god, I almost punched him in the face.
I was like, they're disgusting. Oh, I didn't say they're disgusing, but I was like, I don't like them. And I was
You're
like,
like, they're
over-
subpar or
Yeah,
something
they're
like that. And I'm like,
because
I'm
if you,
about to chuck this dude off of wherever.
but
I was so pissed. I was like,
Well,
I
'cause
was imploding.
The ones I've had were like pre-made, and maybe they were like, I don't even know. I didn't really have that many, but I just didn't like them, and I still don't like them with just cheese. I feel like an arepa with cheese is really not like my favorite. But the other night you made me the arepas for the first time, like where you made them for the first time.
Yeah.
And you had the reina pepiada with like the avocado and the chicken and stuff. That hits like that's.
Con la guasacaca.
Yeah.
Con la guasacaca.
That was really good, and
Yeah.
I really liked it. And your mom makes really good arepas because they're like crispy, they're not soggy. Because all the ones I've ever had were like soggy, and
Yeah,
they were
like
thick.
I can't date someone who's like I will put all this effort in, or like my family will put all this effort in, and we eat them like on a regular because we're Venezuelan. So, and I'm like, oh, like let me, like make this little perfect little arepa, like so creative and stuff, and then I feed it to you, and you're just like, And I'm like, no, that cannot be the reaction. The other day when I made arepas for him, he came over and like he didn't know that I was making them, and I was in the kitchen, and he came over and he's like, oh my god, I'm so excited, arepas, and I'm like, that's right. If you don't have that freaking energy towards arepas, we're done. We're like, we cannot be. Actually, like, even if my friends, you know what, that one does extend to like my friends. If you don't like arepas, like, I don't know if you can hang, because that's like a really big part.
Well, the more people I've talked to about it, they're like, oh, the Venezuelan arepas are amazing. Like, they really like them, and they might be feeling indifferent about other ones, like other arepas they have, but they're like, every time I've had a Venezuelan one, because it's like, they're usually crispy, they're usually like cooked well, they have like a different type of masa, I've heard, like, because I know sometimes arepas are like kind of sweet, and yours aren't ever sweet. No. Yeah, so.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, arepas, I like them.
I love them.
This episode is sponsored by arepas. I like them. All right. So another like pretty serious red flag or something that I've noticed in other people I've dated or like tried to date was lacking empathy.
Oh, yeah.
If you can't like see the perspective of someone else and then like feel that and then make choices or like choose to like interact with someone out of empathy, you know what I mean? Like if you treat like the like waiters and service people bad, then
that's a big one.
Yeah.
If you treat people of service bad, we're done.
Yeah. That's like a huge one for me.
It's a big no.
Yeah, like I would hate to like I've been in that position where like not really like someone I was dating really, but like other people, like a friend or something, and they've kind of like treated, you know, like a waiter or something, like they're just treating them like crap, or they like expect so much from someone, you know, and that just like that's it. Like I don't care. Like it makes me just not want to like interact with them anymore. It makes me just like, it's such a turn off, whether we're dating, whether you're just a friend or whatever. That's like a huge thing, because lacking empathy, like for me, empathy is huge. Like I can feel for other people. I can like really like, you know, I just feel for other people, you know what I mean? Like I can put myself in their shoes and whatever. But yeah, so lacking empathy, get out. If you lack empathy,
get out.
Get the f out.
Get out. There's the door, bitch. Okay, my next red flag if I'm dating someone is if they smoke and drink heavily.
Couldn't be me.
That's about it.
Couldn't be me.
Yeah, that's something that like when I first started dating Rolby, I was like, listen, buddy, if you're not gonna like work towards like reducing it, because his was on a,
I smoked a lot of weed.
like I would say a lot.
I'm a creative. I paint. I like make videos. I make a lot of stuff, and I like skateboard, and it would always just went hand in hand for a long time. For
like 20 years, long time.
Yeah, like since I was like a teenager, since I was a young teenager, I picked up the habit, and it just like carried on over. All my friends smoked, like all my partners had smoked for a long time.
So it was like heavily intertwined with his life.
Yeah, and then through acupuncture, she actually helped me quit like cold turkey pretty much. Like I went from like smoking a lot to just nothing, and then I smoked one more time after I started the acupuncture. And it was auricular acupuncture, which is in the ear. So it's just a couple points in the ear. And I remember I smoked one time after that, and I was just like, damn, like I was zooted.
Good stuff.
I felt like I was like too high, and I just felt like it was weird. And I was like, man, I don't even like this anymore. And it helped me like put into perspective like how I was actually feeling, because I got into such a habit of just smoking where I was like, it was whatever. So that was intense.
And listen, don't get me wrong, like, oh. That's cute. Kiss. I'm allergic to him. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, like if you smoke and you drink, it's fine if it's like once in a while thing. But if it's like an everyday, all day type of thing, like it's just not gonna work out. Cause Mama don't like that stuff.
Mama don't like that.
I just don't. Like I don't know. Like I get breathing problems and shit. I just, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever. Do whatever you want. If you're a friend of mine, as long as it's like responsibly, like you're not like
hurting yourself, or
drinking and driving,
others.
and you know, things like that. But
yeah, like now I have a drink every once in a while, but I cut down a lot on that. But like smoking, I just quit.
I just don't drink it,
and I feel a lot better. So
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I feel great.
I don't drink or smoke, so I'm like on this extreme, where other people are like on this extreme. The majority of people. So so it's kind of like you kind of have to meet me a little bit
in the middle.
At least.
Yeah,
with
have some
that.
balance with it. All right. My next red flag is if someone is easily offended.
Ooh.
Like
that's one of mine, I think.
Yeah, because like we have a pretty, like we don't have like a dark sense of humor per se, but it is darker than some, and we do like,
I don't know.
we like say things to each other that other people might get like offended about, or like, you know, like there's multiple times a day where you call me a stupid bitch, and like there's times where I'm just like, oh fuck you bitch. Like, but it's all within like coming from a loving place. It's like the same way I talk to my friends, like
if you don't have a sense of humor and you're like a little fruit. No, I'm just kidding.
That's actually my next one, was no sense of humor, so we'll just go into that too.
Well, that's like kind of like the same thing.
Somewhat, somewhat, because like even like
like if you take things personally, like if I'm like,
I guess that's true.
If I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, like we shouldn't date because you know I'm really caught up with things right now, and then you're like, oh my god, I can't believe you don't like me, like.
Or like
you take it.
That's not even offend. Yeah, I mean maybe they'll take offense to it. Yeah.
It's like.
But for me, it's more like.
Oh, you don't want to date me? Like I'm.
For me, it's more like jokes. You know, it is true. It is linked to the sense of humor.
Yeah.
Because it's like I have a big sense of humor. I'm always joking around.
Yeah,
and
we're
like,
always like.
And if you can't take the sarcasm, then it kind of like.
Get out.
Yeah, it's just.
Get out.
It's just like a buzzkill. Like you're just like boring. Then,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
We don't like it.
Yeah.
I think we're just very sarcastic, so it's like, and a lot of our friends are sarcastic, and they're very much dry and like in your face.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm not afraid to like tell them how I feel about certain things. And like I've had people, like friends in the past, like get a little bit offended or like because I used to make a lot of music with people, and like if I didn't like one of their verses or I didn't like something they were doing, I didn't like the way they do something, it's not like I'm just gonna, it's one of my songs, so I would like tell them. And even then it's like, that's constructive criticism. Like if you can't take constructive criticism,
that's a big one.
Yeah, then you're just basically saying that like, no, the way I like, if you have a strong feeling about something you like and you like the way it is, then I'll respect it. But like if I don't like something, I want to like go back and forth and let's figure out what I don't like about it. How do you feel about it? Like I want to go back and forth with it in a healthy way. So like people that can't do that. I would
never be able to take constructive criticism before.
Yeah, before, I'm sure. Yeah.
I was really bad about it.
Yeah.
Especially because I was in theater. So I was like, what do you mean the director doesn't want to cast me as the lead?
Yeah. I feel like I've always been okay with constructive criticism. It does hurt a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it stings.
Yeah, it stings. But then you get over it, and then you end up the after, if they give you some good advice, like it usually comes out better anyway. So you're like, oh, okay, cool. There was a reason why they told me that, or there's a reason why they didn't like it. All right, you're next.
Oh, okay. So my next red flag is. Are you ready for this one?
What?
If you stay up late often. Yeah, that's a big one. I know. I just hurt a bunch of people's feelings. And again, this is if we're dating, because
and personal preference too. Like not everybody, you know. Not everybody's for everybody.
Yeah, but it's like, no, I'm a morning person. Like we wake up at 6 a.m. sometimes, and like we go to sleep generally early. And I just like, I would not be able to date someone who like just stays up until 3 a.m. Like.
And then sleeps in, because I
hate
sleeping in.
I've been there, done that. Like, I can't anymore, okay? I'm in my 30s. I'm in my 30s. So, yeah, I just can't anymore. Yeah. So, that's, like, a big one. Like, maybe once in a while, you know, go to a wedding or something and, like, come home at, like, 4 a.m. or, like...
Oh, yeah, like, or we've done stuff where you come home really late.
Yeah,
but usually it's because we don't have to wake up in the morning.
The next day, yeah, exactly.
And even if we do, like... That's one time where we know and we prepare for it. We're like, all right, the next day we're gonna, after we get home from work or whatever it is, like
we're not. We're gonna.
What are you even trying to say?
We're gonna have to harness all of it. I don't know. I'm just trying to be funny.
That's funny as fuck. Yeah. All right. So.
What's your next one?
If they don't like cats.
Oh, that's a big one. I want to go here.
Yeah, I'm a cat person. I'm a cat whisperer.
I'm a cat
certified
person,
cat
too.
whisperer.
He is a cat whisperer. It's so weird.
Yeah, like I feel like
Like, I
have
actually believe that.
yeah, I have strong like connections with cats, and like I mean, not all
He
cats
is
like
one
me.
with cats.
But yeah, I've always had good luck with them. They always like me. They always like come to me and like they'll be like, "Oh, that cat hates everybody," and I'm like, haha, and I like.
You're like over here rubbing their belly and
yeah,
shit.
like I just like cats. I think they're really cool. I think what I like about them most is that they're very independent and they like don't need that. Not all cats are like needy. Some are. But like a lot of cats just don't care about you, and I feel like that makes them smarter.
Sounds like me.
Having some technical issues. This is our first.
Hey,
Oh.
hey.
Jeez. All right, relax. So yeah, this is our first episode, so we're still trying to like work around our little pod track P4. Yeah, you know, so we've been having issues with this thing turning off, but I think we figured it out. We'll see. Who knows? But we were talking about cats. So you don't like cats. The one thing I was gonna say though, I don't know where it ended, but whatever. Something that might offend a lot of people is for some reason it's a red flag when not only do you not like cats, because it's okay to not like an animal, but you're just like, dogs are better. I hate cats. Dogs are better.
No, it's because of the reasoning, okay? Like, okay, if you're allergic to cats, because I'm allergic to cats, so I get it, and I love cats.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I don't like cats because, like, anytime I've tried to pet them, like, they, you know, like, scratch me or, like, I don't know, they're not very cuddly and stuff. It's like, do you understand how boundaries work? Because
Yeah, maybe that's
how
a you
cats,
problem.
Yeah, it's like, that's how cats work, dude.
Yeah, maybe they just don't like you. 'Cause they always have stupid reasonings. They're like, oh, cats are always so mean, they suck. And I'm like, dogs are dumb. Like, I love dogs.
Oh my God.
I like dogs. I'm just trying going at this shit.
Wow, right off the bat, just like guns and blades and pew, pew,
Oh my god.
dogs suck.
Well, no, I like dogs. I like them a lot. They're fun. But it's like,
I think he just thinks that they're derpy.
well, yeah, like there's just something about like a needy dog or a needy cat that like bothers me either way. But like at the same time, like I've just always been a cat person. So if you hate cats and you like dogs, I just feel like we're on the opposite team. Like I just feel like we're like you're my op now. Like I'm just like gang wars because like you're just like, oh, I don't like cat. Like I like cat. Like you like your dog, go ahead, go pick up their shit. Go walk around behind it and pick up their shit. That's just me.
They're gonna lead you around.
Yeah.
Are they gonna just walk you? They're walking you, bitch.
Like I'll scoop a cat's poop, no problem. It's dry, but like my friend
They're cleanly.
has like the best. Like, this is the problem though. Like for me, it's like I love dogs. Like I have my friend's dog.
We're never gonna get any subscribers because
because Rolby says he hates dogs. And just like divided her.
yeah, exactly. It's like automatic.
What are you
I need
doing?
to stretch out my legs. My legs hurt. They need to be up.
Ugh. Okay.
That's what your job is to like hold my legs up.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah.
There we go. But yeah, so like dogs are cool. I love dogs. My friend's dog is like the cutest dog. Okay, let's.
I'm focused. I'm focused.
So like my friend's dog is the cutest dog. Love him. I love but like, it's just the fact that.
I love golden retrievers.
Yeah, like I love all different types of dogs. Like boxers are fun. They're like crazy. Like I don't know. But my personal preference, everyone's allowed to have their own opinion, their personal preference, is I like cats. So I don't hate anybody that likes dogs. But if you're going to come at...
But if you do, sorry, we're just not going to do
No, but it's like if you're just basically like, cats suck. Like, I hate cats. Like, I'm not going to say I hate dogs. Mm-hmm. Like, I love animals. So if you don't like animals in general, like...
I think that's the red flag.
That is the red flag right there. If you don't like animals... If there's an animal that you hate, then it's like, what? They're all just like pretty cool.
Or like
no, you don't. You
as
can't
a
talk.
child?
You don't like freaking lizards. And lizards are, they're so innocent.
I'm traumatized. That's
They're
a
so
different
innocent.
thing. Okay.
They're so innocent. You're like traumatized by a gecko on the wall. You'll be like, don't let it go inside. Don't let it go inside. And
Also, red flag if you as a kid would like torture animals.
well, yeah, then you're just a
That's
serial,
like a big red flag.
yeah, serial killer
Like
status.
I
I feel like my
don't know about
sister did that. Just saying.
Leaking information.
Yeah. All right. What else? Do you have another? You probably have like a
Mine.
million. Up next.
My other red flag. Okay, and again, this is for people who I'm trying to date. If they're not like some type of like go-getter or like hard worker of some sort, like I don't care in what fashion it is. But if you're just like a blob all day, I just can't because I'm like the complete opposite. So
lacking motivation.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, but lacking motivation is a big thing. Even for my friends, like, if I hang out with my friends and they don't want to do anything, because I'm like a big, like, when you were like, we should start a podcast, I was like, let's do it. I love it.
Hell yeah.
Like, I love filming. I love doing stuff. Like, I love, like, coming up with an idea and trying to get it done. And if, like, you can't hang with that and you're just, like, or you're, like, don't have like, you have no energy about it, like, you want to do it, and then you're just kind of, like, whatever.
I'm just here. I'm just here.
Yeah, exactly.
That should be enough. No, it's not enough. Ponte las pilas y te me prendes. O si no, out. Out, get out.
Out. All right, you go, because you probably have another one and I don't. Because I combined some.
Yeah, so if anything, okay, back to what I was saying is that I don't care, like, if if you're like passionate about like art, or like you're passionate about like video games and you make something out of it. It's just like
be passionate about
a certain
something.
level of productivity, because like to a certain extent, and it doesn't have to be at all times, but like you also can't just mooch off of me, because like I don't like that.
Yeah.
And again, that's just like my preference of like who I'm dating. Like we both kind of have to like be working on something.
Yeah, it's a team effort.
Going towards some type of goal, especially if it's like a financial goal, or like we're very like driven by careers and stuff, so
yeah.
It works out really well. But yeah, like I don't know, like I feel so unfulfilled if I'm like the only one that's like a go-getter and like a hard worker, and I don't know, I'm just always like that. So it's like if someone can't compromise and like meet me halfway at least, then from like the other extreme, then I just like I just can't. Right?
What are we talking about?
You went like
I'm just joking.
to like the depths of your mind.
I went into the underground world, or the upside down world.
Yeah, clearly.
No, but I totally agree. I'm a motivated person. I don't like being around people that aren't motivated.
You see my little foot. 10 is people who like are liars, or don't openly communicate, or are deceitful. Like I see right through it, especially because I was like that. It's like it takes one to know one, bitch. You think I wasn't there first? Yeah, the grand majority of my life I was kind of like that, but it was like a survival mechanism. So now that I'm not in that mechanism, then it's like I know what you're up to. You can't fucking like you can't out narcissist me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't deal well with that.
Yeah, I feel
It's like I don't want to, because the thing is that it like it not triggers me, but like it kind of like when I'm talking to someone like that it's like manipulative, or like somewhat deceitful, or like has like an agenda and stuff like that. It kind of like tugs at like that little part of me that's like, it's not hidden, but it's just so like withered down. And when it starts to like present itself again within me, I'm like, like I don't forget the valuable like information that I've been handed this lifetime. But yeah, you can't you can't you just can't, because I will see right through it.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I feel you.
I think we're both really good at reading like the BS.
Yeah, I'm a pretty intuitive person. Like I usually get a pretty strong feeling about someone right away, and like I don't always follow that.
Good gut instincts.
Yeah, I don't always follow that, because there's always room for someone to like accidentally be giving the wrong impression. You know what I mean? So I give people chances. Like I'm not just gonna be like, oh, I don't like that person. Don't bring them near me, because like
Rolby is way nicer. I don't give that many chances.
Yeah, I mean, I don't give that many chances, but I definitely am gonna like give someone the benefit of the doubt once or twice, and then be like, okay, no, never mind. That's exactly who I thought you were. So that's something that like. I
give you como que 2 o 3 chances.
Yeah, same. And
that's about it.
Yeah.
But even then, like if someone, let's say like someone was like really messed up in the past, and they treated people like trash, and then like a few years have passed, and then they're like, oh, okay, I've made amends, and like I'm apologetic.
People can change.
And like, okay, sure, but until I see the freaking actions Because that's the thing. People can like say a lot of BS, and it's like, no, prove it to me through your actions, okay? That's where I see if people like give a flying fuck.
Yeah.
Like, it's like,
Yeah,
do you care? Do you care?
You
Okay.
told me that right away. You're like, words are nice, but actions,
Yeah.
just like that stupid saying, actions speak louder than words. So it's
For real.
they're gonna like, it's gonna show way more of like your character than if you're just like, yeah, I'm super honest, I'm super. It's like, okay, well then we'll see how that works out. We'll see if that's true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why like it took me like with anyone that I date, it takes like a hot minute for me to like really get to, you know,
Put your
like
guard down and like
put my guard down
feel
because
vulnerable
that's
with somebody.
like I'm always in like that's my natural state is just to be like protective of myself and stuff. So yeah, it's like no, you get the mushy Jessica once you've like proven yourself like
Yeah.
countless of times because
Of the times.
Of the times.
Countless of the times. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Well, that,
Yay, we did it!
Yeah, 10 or 20.
Woo!
20 red flags. 20 red flags that we personally look for.
Yo tengo más.
Yeah, she wrote like
I wrote like 18.
yeah, I got off work, so I wrote 10 real quick, and I was like, yeah, these are about the ones, and some of them they've always been there. I've been thinking about those for a long time, especially like
You're like, I gotta get them out.
the hat thing.
I'm gonna get
The hat,
them
I have some stupid ones that are totally like kind of ridiculous, but at the same time, like that's me. Like I don't wanna.
That's
If
so
I see
like-
it, there's something about it. I'm like, nah.
Well,
Thanks for watching. First one down. Many more to
First
come.
one down. The Hispanic snap.
You can't do it as good as I can.
Okay, ciao. Bendición.
Ciao.
Que te vaya bien. Thanks for watching. Hey,
But
what?
I wanted to say something that we could use for a different cut.
Yes, I'll marry you.